They say the key to life and the key to success is giving. You want love, give love. You want money, give money. But yet, I don't think most people understand what giving really is. I'm going to break it down to you for just a few minutes. So what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your coach Renz, and I want to thank you for taking this opportunity to spend it with me. We're going to talk for a brief moment about the art of giving and why so many people don't truly know and have a knowing of what giving is. So let's break it down for a few minutes. Now, we're going to utilize some religious aspects, but we're also going to talk about it from a relationship point of view as well. Because giving is not just this one thing. And the understanding of giving eludes most people. And I hope, and I know actually, that in this video that you're going to walk away with a deeper understanding, or at least the beginnings of a deeper understanding of what actually giving is. Many successful people will tell you that in order for you to receive success, that they didn't start seeing the most success in their life until they recognized how to give. Once they started giving, they started receiving. Now, most of you come from some sort of a religious background. And in your religious background, you're taught that you have to sow seeds and that you have to give. That you have to give to the kingdom, the ministry, the whatever. That the law says that you have to give 10% of your income. Coming from a Western culture, then most people are familiar with the three Abrahamic religions, and all three start out in their Old Testament, Torah, whatever you want to call it, with the fact that Abraham gave a tenth of everything to Melchizedek, and that later on in Malachi, well, a man robbed God, but yet he has robbed me. And you're told that you have to give that 10%. That if you want God's blessing, that if you want to receive anything from the kingdom, you got to give that 10%. But then in the New Testament, when the character of Yeshua is walking around and a woman gave 2 pennies or 2 pence, whatever it was, he made the statement that this woman has given more than anybody else. She's given more than all the rich people, more than anybody else. So what is the lesson that I took from this allegory a long time ago in my life? The first lesson that I took was that, as the common word is said and people say, the Lord loves a cheerful giver. I like to say the universe loves a cheerful giver. The reason why is because a cheerful giver is different from somebody who gave through force. When you have to do something, when you have to give, it's not even giving. It's a must. It's a duty. It's a chore. You know, when I was in my first marriage, I used to always tell her that if I have to ask you to be a certain way with me, if I have to beg for you to be intimate with me, if I have to cajole you all the time for you to be intimate with me, then you are not giving yourself to me. You're doing a chore. You're doing a duty. You're doing something that you must do in order to maintain the relationship, but it's not something that you truly desire to do. You're not giving me the gift of your body. You're not giving me the gift of your intimacy. You're not giving me the gift of your love. If I have to force you in any way, whether it's through mental manipulation, I would never force anybody through physical manipulation, but whether it's through any kind of manipulation whatsoever, whether making you feel bad, making you feel guilty, whether making a woman feel any kind of way about giving herself to me, that is not the fact that she just desires to do it, that she wants to open this gift and say, here, I'm presenting you with the present, then it's not giving. It is not giving at all. Counsel many married couples who say that I give myself to him. I gave myself. I gave this and I gave that. Maybe in the strictest terms of the English language, you gave, but in truth, you didn't. Not emotionally, not spiritually. You forced yourself. You did a chore. You did a duty. You see, when the minister stands on the podium, or the imam or whomever stands on the podium, and they tell you that in order for you to receive a blessing, you have to give 10%. That the reason why you're not going forward in your life is because you don't tithe. And I know there's an argument can be made that tithe is food, it's not money, that that tithe is money and it's not food, that tithe is taking care of the church, tithe is taking care of the kingdom, tithe is taking care of this, that you have to give a tithe, that without it, that the place doesn't exist. Well, here's the thing. In business, as well as in life, you get what you give. You get what you give. If I was ministering a program, or as we open the Temple of Learning, I will never say you have to give this, you have to give that. If we're not providing enough of service to you, I don't want you to give anything. It will be the same way if you came to my store. If I'm not providing great products, if I'm not providing great customer service, if I'm not providing a clean environment, I don't expect you to give me anything. I don't want, a customer came by a week ago and she made the statement, I'm buying this because, I want to support a black business. And when I told her, don't buy this because you're supporting a black business. Buy this because I'm providing you a great service. Buy this because I'm providing you a great product. Buy this because you got great customer service today, that the environment is clean. Buy this because I've proven the value of your purchase. Giving should be given based on the value of what you're receiving. If you go to a church and the minister makes you feel good, if the people make you feel loved, if you're getting spiritual connections out of it, if you're able to learn how to manifest and bring things into your life, if it's providing for you safe haven, peace, prosperity, if it's providing for you all those things, then give. But like Yeshua said to the woman, or said, give from your heart. Give what you deem is necessary. Give what your energy, your instinct tells you to give. If you're in a relationship, especially if you're in one with me, don't make love to me because it's a chore. Do it because you find me attractive, you find me mentally attractive, you find pleasure in it all. Don't cook for me because you think that it's a way to keep me and trap me and make me feel like I'm going to stay there, but you actually hate doing it. Don't do it. Don't clean for me. Don't organize for me. Don't support me in my business. Don't support me in anything I do because you feel like if I don't do it, then he's going to leave. Because the sentiment is negative. I will feel the sentiment and wouldn't want you doing it anyway. And eventually, it's going to push me away. In the Hermetics, there is the mineral mind. The mineral mind doesn't understand fully why it's attracted to certain things or repulsed from certain things. It just is. Sometimes you're in a relationship, you meet people, and you don't know why you're repulsed from them. Something causes you to move away. Even though you can be in their presence, even though you could talk to them, there's something that causes you to move away. And one of those things is because the person, whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying, if they're talking to you, they feel that they must maintain conversation with you, and that they have to do it, that they don't want to give of their time, give of their communication, give of their thoughts, that they force themselves to do it, then you feel that. You feel that mineral mind repulsion. You just know that there is not something here. In the same way, when you just meet that person and you just, for some reason, I don't know, we just connect. We're just in rhythm with each other. That mineral mind is creating that connection again because there's an attraction. That part of that attraction is the fact that the person can naturally just give to you what you desire. When a person has to force themselves simply because it's you, that's a problem. Now there is a difference. There is a difference. And I want to put this out here completely. There's a difference when you meet someone. You see who they are and how they are. You admire that thing about them. And then it becomes something you want for yourself. I was in this long Facebook discussion yesterday. And it was about the sexual openness of a woman. If you see a man, he's sexually open. You see a woman, she's sexually open, but you're closed down. Don't force yourself to open sexually in order to have them or please them. But you may sometimes see them and say, this is how I desire to be. I desire to be as open as they are. I desire to be as free as they are. So I'm doing this. I'm retraining my mind. I'm retraining my emotions. I'm retraining my actions to fit what I see that I desire for myself. You see, the biggest give you should ever give is the one to yourself. The one to yourself. When you're giving to everybody else and you don't give to yourself, then you are damaging your future. You're damaging your person. You're damaging your present. When we talk about the richest man in Babylon, the first thing that Gilgamesh told Arkad is that you have to give to yourself. Willingly give to yourself. Condition your life so that the giving to yourself does not affect you mentally nor emotionally in a negative way. That you pay to everyone else except yourself. That you give to everyone else except yourself. In his exact words, you give to the sandal maker, you give to the cloth maker, you give to the brick maker, you give to everyone except yourself. You give to your credit card, you give to the grocery store, you give to the gas station, you give to the car note, you give to everyone except yourself. You have to learn to give freely, openly, honestly to yourself first before you begin to give to someone else. It's as I said with the Temple of Learning. Don't give us 10% of anything if you have not yet first given 10% of it to yourself. Do not give to us a measure higher than you would give to yourself. I would say the same thing in relationships. Do not give to me in a relationship more than you would give to yourself. There was a statement on my Facebook scroll yesterday. If you don't, looking at who you are today, would you marry yourself? If you do not find yourself of marriage material, then do not think that I would find you of marriage material. If you do not think of yourself as sexually free, do not think that I would find you sexually free. If you do not think of yourself as ambitious, do not think that I would find you as ambitious. Do not think of yourself in a way that's contrary to what you're trying to present to me, what you're trying to give to me or anyone else. Give to yourself first, but give true, not out of force, not out of being manipulated. Because when someone tells you that you have to give in order to receive, then that is out of force and manipulation. That you should actually give freely. That you should give because you desire to give. Now, I have come in conflict with the idea of giving and not expecting a return. I do believe you should expect a return. No seed is planted without an harvest. Nothing is given to the earth without reciprocation. The rain doesn't fall and then doesn't expect the earth to utilize the water. The sun shines and expects the earth to flourish, to warm up, to utilize the rays as it sees fit. And there is the thing, as it sees fit. Give expecting a return, but expect the return to come back as the person receiving, the entity receiving, sees fit. You may give to a church. You may give to a mosque or a synagogue. If you find that they are not utilizing the money in a way that you would approve, stop. Find another organization to give to. Because giving is the thing that you should be doing. That's the thing you should give freely. But your expectation should be that they utilize the funds in certain ways. There was a video about the racist banking system of America and how it's been. The Freedmen Bank that was set up for slaves after Lincoln died, was assassinated. The Freedmen Bank was supposed to be able to give mortgages to the freed slaves. It was supposed to give loans to the freed slaves. The freed slaves gave their money to the Freedmen Bank. The Freedmen Bank did not give money back to the slaves, did not fulfill the expectation, but yet they kept giving until the bank closed down, until the bank went into foreclose. We can't keep giving to an organization that does not do what is necessary. We give our energies to places and people who do not know how to manage what it is that you're giving. This does not mean you stop giving. It just means you change the receiver. Change the receiver. Control your expectations. Control what happens with what you give, the seeds that you plant, because you are responsible for what you do and what you give. So anyway, just wanted you guys to have an understanding of that. I know that this has helped you guys to understand that maybe there is a knowingness that you need to dig deeper into for your own personal understanding. There is a knowingness that you need to have in order for you to truly give. And when you get to a state of knowingness, you will see the world differently. You will see life differently. You'll then be able to attract in life what it is you truly desire. You'll be able to reap the benefits of life, what you truly desire to have, because there is a difference when you give with hope. There is a difference when you act with hope. There is a difference when you do anything with an unknown quality about it. There's a difference, which is why every book says you must do things, expect things, plant things, give things, act in certain ways, and have no doubt. There is a difference. Knowingness is a removal of doubt. Knowingness is having the desired results already known, already expected, so that whatever you give is freely given with that expectation, with that knowingness already present, already decided, already in place. When I see people say that they give to an organization, but they gave out of their heart and they're not worried about what they do with it, you're lacking the knowingness of your gift. You're lacking the knowingness of their gift. If a person gives me their love, they should have an expectation of what the return is. When I give my consideration, when I'm in a relationship and I give my consideration, I give my love, I give my body, I give my money, I give my time, I give my energy, I give my thoughts, I have an expectation of a return. And if the expectation of the return is not met, then I must change the receiver of the giving. People may find that wrong and say that, oh, you should love unconditionally. There is no such thing. I did a video about that about a year or so ago. There's no such thing as unconditional love. All love has an expectation. Even when you read your religious book, the universe, God, whatever you call it, gives love, but expects you to love it back. Expects you to obey its commandments. Expects you to live a certain lifestyle that is indicative of someone who claims to love that entity back. There is an expectation in all things. So I give of myself with an expectation. I build a business with an expectation. You should have an expectation, because through that expectation, you derive your knowing. And knowing is vital to all successes of any portion of your life, whether relationships, whether raising children, whether your money, your business, no matter what it is. There is an expectation. There is a knowingness that must occur in order for you to have it. And in order for you to have it, you must give with the knowingness of the results. So I know I was going to end this 3-4 minutes ago, but I'm going to end this for real this time, for real. So I appreciate you guys. Continue to support me on Patreon. It's only $5 a month. That's all I'm asking for, because I want to be able to, we will do greater videos. We will do more things. And also hit that bell icon so that you'll know when I do a live, because my lives are not scheduled yet. I just pop them up, and who knows, one may pop up today and you don't even know it unless you subscribe and hit the bell icon. But y'all have a great day. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube, subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Remember, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable.